We're gonna get some rain. Okay, so today I wanted to do our arms or our upper body or flex band. But first, I'd like to start us with legs. So this is just a warm up. Again, as we bend our knees, we're trying to keep our feet square, our ankles square. It's not how we habitually move. So yeah, sorry for downloading on you, Lori, but we were gardening with Mom yesterday. And she is just a terror in the garden. Had to run all over the place, catching all the stuff she was pulling out. Anyways, so when you're ready, you're gonna hold this and do little tiny bounces or pulses. And as we stand up tall, push into the toes, squeeze the ball, lift and lower your heels, keeping your ankles really strong and stable. That's the clincher right there. So do it with bent knees. And as you push into both the big toe and the little toe, can you keep your ankle bones square? Can you squeeze the ball? All right, so we do this with our toes downhill. Same thing. Basically, we're doing a squat. Our center of gravity is slightly forwards. So it might change the joints. And so I'm thinking gardening. I can feel my legs we're on a slope, so it's not even a level ground. So you're like climbing up and climbing through things. Oh, anywho, so when you're ready, hold your squat and do little pulses and try to bring your joints back to more alignment. Straighten your legs, push into your toes. Can you keep your ankles square? Okay, and do this with bent legs. Can you push into your toes, gently squeeze the ball? So of course, I'm trying to convince my aunt and uncle that they should buy a reformer. And it's always hard to sell the reformer to people. Okay, so then we're going downhill, heels downhill. And again, as we get down low, our knees go forwards, our sits bones go backwards. Try to sink the heel. Get deeper into your squat. Get those arms over your head. When you're ready, you're going to hold this and do some little skiing. Yes, so Emily is skiing in Whistler. Yeah. Okay. So push into straighten your legs. Try to keep your legs straight. Can you lift those heels all the way up and all the way down? Do that with bent knees. Lower those heels, lift, push into the whole forefoot. Spread your toes even if you can. Okay, so that is our normal warm-up. The only thing we haven't done is articulation through the spine. So choose wherever you want to put your feet. Choose a position. Lift the heart, look up. As you exhale, drop the chin. As you roll down, try to keep the hips over the ankles. You're going to pulse to the floor about 3 or 4 times and roll up. Lift the heart, look up. Nod the chin, look down. Squeeze the ball and roll through the spine. And push and roll back up. At least 3 of these, working through mobility. And we're going to do the rotational. So as you hinge forward and reach one arm forward, one arm back, as you squeeze the ball and you rotate to the left, push into the left heel, push into the right toes, and you're trying to draw the hip further backwards as your lumbar vertebrae can rotate more. I hope you feel that. So you have length through the pelvis, mobility through the pelvis, mobility through the lower back. Very important. I remember when I first learned that exercise, I thought that was very clever. Biomechanist. Anyways, so that is our warm-up today. We're going to grab our flex band. We're going to step off the arc barrel. And I'd like for us to think of Linda. I have to give her a call, a shout out, and see how she's doing. But I wanted to do the one where we do arms and legs together for our arm challenge because we missed Tuesday. So you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. If you lift your back heel up, let's do the legs first. All you're going to do is like get down and back up, right? So you're going to bend both legs, try to get your back knee to the mat and add the arms. Try it, yeah. You can try different variations of the arms. For instance, relax the arms as you come down, stretch the flex band as you stand, and then it's vice versa. Yeah, if you can do both of those versions. So we have to switch feet, right? Do the other side. So feet are staggered. So practice the legs first. Are your feet far enough apart? Can you use both legs equally? Can you add the arms up as you bend the legs? And then we're going to do the opposite. As you bend your legs, relax your arms down to the floor. And as you straighten your legs, stretch the flex band lower. So it's different. Got to do both of them. Try to do both. Whoops, what is both? Straighten the legs as you lift up. Bend as you lower. Okay, so switching the exercise, switch the feet back to the first position. We stagger the feet. So let's practice the legs first. Our back heel is going to stay down. Our back leg stays straight. And as you bend your front knee, you have to keep your back perfectly still. So can you keep your hips square? Can you keep your shoulders square? Can you push into that front foot and keep everything aligned? I'm already finding this difficult because I think I did a lot of gardening yesterday, so I can feel my leg. So as you bend the front leg, lift the arm up and put it back down. As you bend the front leg, lift one arm out to the side. If this is all good, lift both arms and lower the arms as you rise up. Or do one arm at a time. But can you push down into the toes, into the heel, into the big toe, into the little toe, into the back of the heel. And when you're ready, switch over to the other side. Okay, all right, let's just do the legs first. We bend the front leg and our whole spine tries to stay the same, right? So I can feel my gardening in my body. I can feel, oh, where I need to work today. Okay, so lift one arm out to the side. Lower it as you rise up. Push into that front foot. Keep your shoulders square. Keep your hips square. Can you do both arms? Push down into the floor. Rise up with that leg. Right on. Try to keep your knee over your second and third toe. That's another thing. So important for knee strength. Don't let your knee go past your toes. It's just towards, like just above them as you rise up. Very important for the knee health. Sorry, thinking of Linda. All right, so there's our arms today. We're going to come down to our mat. And if we're going to need the flex band, the squishy ball, we're going to lift the heart, look up. And as you exhale, roll through the spine. Slowly roll down. We're going to walk out onto our mat. We're going to stretch it out. We're going to lift one heel and lower. Going into our running or treading. And when you're ready, you're going to bend your knees and come to the mat. I'd like to release our wrists today. So if we put our hands on top of the arc barrel, we know this when we're in cat position, all we're going to do is spread our fingers nice and wide. And as you hinge your body weight, you're going to press your body weight past your fingertips and then take it away. So yeah, let the wrists flex and then let them open. Try to keep the inside of your elbows pointed towards each other. You can do it. Okay, so then you pinch your fingers together, and as you hinge your body weight over your fingertips, you start to lift the heel of the hand up by doing a fingertip push-up, and then lower the heel of the hand down slow. So use your body weight here as the weight, obviously, what Pilates is all about. Use your body weight to strengthen your joints. Okay, so then turn, when you're ready, turn the palms up, the back of the hand down into the barrel. Fingertips kind of point towards each other, whatever's comfortable, kind of a 45-degree angle or straight on. But you're going to bend your elbows and then push. into the back of the hand, lifting your arms straighten out and lifts your upper body weight for you. Try not to use your back muscles, try to use more arms. Use those arms to push the head up, back of the head up. All right. So there's our wrist. We're going to forget about our wrists and we're going to do dolphin for a second. So down on your forearms. And just, this is such a good way to kind of finish this exercise, actually. I want you to think about your wrists. Relax your wrists. Press into those elbows. Lift those hips up. Pull your shoulder blades out of your ears. So really flex your ankles. Kick, kick, and lower. So one leg, kick, kick, and lower. So lengthen and reach the heel away from your head. Push down into your forearms. Pull your shoulder blades down your back. So when you come back down, and shake those wrists around, do some figure eights with your wrists. I hope everything feels better through your wrists and through your shoulders. So sorry. Here I am going to lie down on my back. No. We're going to do pointer dog because it's flex band day. So we're going to put the flex band at one end. We're going to put the knee on the other end. So the same hand to knee has the flex band. And so as you curl your toes into the mat, hands on the arc barrel, pull your shoulder blades down, lengthen the back of your neck. Inhale, start to lift the arm. Exhale, we reach it. Inhale, we hold, and exhale, we come back down. Inhale to lift, reach, and recover. Gosh, that cat of mine. Okay. So add the opposite leg. Reach the arm and leg apart from each other, hold, and come back down. Inhale, start to move. Pull the shoulder blade down out of your ear, push down into your arm that's on the mat, push into the leg that's on the mat. When you're ready, you're going to pull arm and leg apart from each other, come back in line and back down. Reach arm and leg apart, pull apart, come back in line and back down. I never cue this right. It's like you have to reach and then take the arm and leg away from the midline, back in line and back down. Okay, other side. So first, just the arm for at least 3. And really push down into the arm that's underneath your shoulder. Keep your shoulder blade down your back. Lengthen the neck. So 3 of those. And then add the leg. Reach, hold, and recover. Inhale, start to move. Exhale, reach, inhale, hold, and recover. It's that lengthening of the arm and the leg. That's what creates that strength. And so pull arm and leg apart from the midline, back in line with it, and back down. So reach those arms and let that arm and leg apart, pull them away from each other, back in line and back down. So at least 3. And there we go. Okay, so that's our pointer dog. We're going to lie on our back. We're going to start with our breath work here. Just going to grab my phone and try to put it over here. I don't know what's happening. Okay, Susan. So we're going to breathe. This is where we take a little rest here and focus on breath. Focus on a back mobility. Oh, sorry. Add the ball to your thigh bones. Put the hands on your rib cage. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, your ribs are going to close as you gently squeeze the ball. Your back imprints, your tailbone lifts. And then inhale, we release. And we just do that twice more. Closing the ribs, gently squeezing the ball. Imprinting the back, lifting the tailbone. Doing the opposite. And one more of those. So really engaging the glutes to help you scoop the tailbone and imprint the back. So take that away. Find halfway in between where your tailbone's heavy and your belly button's lifted. Bring the arms over your shoulders, and just for 2 or 3, you're going to slide your shoulder blades down your back as you gently squeeze the ball. I know I do this every class, but I tell you, you think, yeah, I've got my shoulder blades down my back. Wow. Really make sure you do, and hold them down as you press the arms into the mat. Gently squeeze the ball. Nod your chin down to your chest and release it. And head nods, holding neutral position of the lower back and pelvis. So bring those arms back up over your shoulders. Nod your chin to your chest. And as you start to lift the head and curl up as high as you can without coming out of neutral, inhale, hold, exhale, arms come up, head touches down, release the chin. Nodding the chin, inhale, lifting the head, exhale, curling up, gently squeeze the ball to keep everything stabilized. Reverse the process. Last one for 3. Because here we go into our 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 3 more. Good. 2 more. Last one. And relax back down. Okay, so bring legs up to tabletop. First, can you hug the legs towards you? Can you let them rock away from you? So we're stabilizing now the body weight, or the weight of our legs with our core. So put your legs where you feel neutral spine, bring those arms back up over your shoulders. As you nod the chin, inhale, curl up, find your neutral with the positioning of your legs. As you inhale, keep your knees bent. As you exhale, straighten your legs out, squeeze the ball. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. I think we got one more. Why not? Just for good measure. I'm feeling my hundreds today. Okay, and when you're ready, relax. Rock a little bit side to side. Keep your chin down. All right. So time to take, if you have something behind your head, take it away. Your head should be level with the mat. We're going to do some bridging. So if you bring your heels a little bit closer to your sits bones, push down into your arms, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, close the rib cage, squeeze the ball, imprint the back as you push into your feet. Scoop the tailbone, lift the hips. Can you lift up as high as you can and do little pulses? Inhale, relaxing, exhale, lifting. Squeeze the ball. Push equally into both feet. Push into your heels, push into your toes. You're going to lift up as high as you can. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, melt down one vertebrae at a time. Pulling your navel to the floor. Top of the hips touch down. Release your tailbone. Release the ball. And you should find neutral. So 2 more. As you exhale, close the ribs. Squeeze the ball. Push into your feet. Imprint the back. Scoop the tailbone. Try not to slide on your mat. That's your t-shirt moving, or I'm losing the stickiness of my Pilates mat. I have to get a new one. Sorry, no complaints here. Okay, little pulses as you squeeze the ball and lift and lower your pelvis. Now, do you want to add the arms over your shoulders? Do you want to put the arms all the way to your ears? And keep them there, hovering off the mat as you pull one vertebrae at a time down. Keep pulling your shoulder blades down your back. Drop your tailbone, release the ball, bring your arms back up and down by your side. Again, push into your arms, push into your feet, squeeze the ball, imprint, scoop, lift. Couple of pulses, right? Lift your heels if you wish. And on the last one, lift up as high as you can. And you're going to melt down. You can put the arms wherever you want your challenge. Pull the shoulder blades down your back as you roll down. Find your neutral and relax. Your arms back to your sides. Okay, so no more articulating. You're just going to squeeze the ball, lift, inhale, relax, squeeze the ball, lower, inhale, relax. So squeeze, just open the front of the hip. As you come down, just fold at the front of the hip. Squeeze, lift, release, squeeze, lower, release. At least 8 or 10. And then when you're ready, you're going to lift up. Lift your heels if you wish. Squeeze and extend one leg, bend, and put it back down. So keep lifting your hips. Keep pushing down into the foot that's on the mat. Keep pushing into your arms. Everything stays square and stable. Okay, so there's our single leg. Come on back down to the mat. Take the ball away. Here we go. Here's a single leg challenge. So push into your arms, push into your feet, lift your hips up. Bring your right leg to tabletop, or whichever leg. You're going to lower the pelvis to the mat and then lift. Exhale, lower the pelvis down and lift. Or inhale, lower, exhale, lift. So when you lower the pelvis to the mat on the next time, you're going to straighten the leg out and touch the foot or the heel to the foot of the mat. As you lift your hips, reach the foot to the ceiling. So at least 3 or 4 of those. Push into the foot that's on the mat. So then, when you lift the hips up, reach the leg out to the side and then back down. Reach out to the side of the leg. 3 or 4 of those. And when you're ready, relax. So put both feet on the mat, lift your hips up, bring your left leg to tabletop, and just all the way down with the pelvis and all the way back up for at least 3 or 4. Easy peasy, we can do that. Okay, so the next time you lower your pelvis, lower your heel down to the foot of the mat. As you lift your hips up, reach the foot to the ceiling, lower the leg, lift the leg, so at least 3 or 4. So the next challenge, as you lift the hips, reach that leg out to the side. Come back to the foot of the mat with the foot, reach the foot out to the side. So at least 3 or 4 of those. And there we go. And hug the knees into your chest and relax your back. So we're thinking about coming up to sitting. So we start to nod the chin and we push the knees into our hands and we roll up. Nice and easy, right? Okay. So we're going to grab our arc barrel. We're going to sit up just so that, well, let's go to our, sorry, Lori, I'm going to do something a little out of our routine today. I want you to cross your ankles like you're sitting around the campfire, but sit up on that arc barrel. And I just want to do a little bit of mobility. We used to do this quite frequently. I'm just going to revisit this. So as you put your hands on your knees, you push down into your legs, lift the heart, look up, pull your shoulder blades down your back. As you drop your chin down towards the forehead, towards your ankles, start to walk your arms forward and just try to pulse a little bit farther forward there and pulse your forehead to the mat. Stack the spine back up tall, push down. You can even put your hands behind you into the floor behind you. Push and lift the heart. And again, flex the spine and walk forwards. Good, so at least 3 of these, 3 or 4 of these, opening the spine. Okay. So coming back to our spine stretch forward. Straightening the legs out or keeping your knees slightly bent. You want to find a position where if you put your hand behind the small of your back, you would feel neutral. So from that position, as you start to hinge forward over those legs, think of reaching past your feet with your hands in the crown of your head. So reach up and over and try to pull your navel to the floor as you lift your heart. So it deepens neutral as you go forward over your legs. So it's a lot more also to hold the stretch. We're going to do a couple rotations here without the flex band. So we're going to keep our arms in port de bras or hug a tree and rotate, rotate, rotate. And then we're going to add the flex band. Trying to keep our legs steady when you rotate. So add the flex band to the bottom of your Sorry, I have to be careful where I hold my flex band now because I was doing the Pilates class and that cat nicked it. And I think if I pull on it the wrong way, it's going to come apart. No, it will come apart. Okay, so I got it. So we sit up nice and tall. We're going to rotate first. So as you rotate, pull that flex band. A couple of these with the flex band because we're going to have to go into our saw. So as you start to rotate, try to straighten out the back arm as you dive across outside the opposite foot, and we go into our saw. Can you rotate the head? Look at the back hand. Can you use your core to pull yourself forwards? And the flex band is helping us too. All right. And so there we go. You can keep the flex band, but you're going to come off the arc barrel. Just put it aside because we're going to do our roll up with the flex band today. So sitting up again, nice and tall in your neutral. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, stack it up tall. Exhale, you start to hinge back. Reach your heels away from you and pull that lower back down. So nod the chin, lift the head. Exhale, close the ribs as you pull your forehead to your ankles or towards your feet. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hinge back. As you roll down, pull the navel downwards. As you roll up, close the rib cage. Rolling through the spine as we do our roll up. I hope that feels good for you today. So half roll down, it's called. I would love for us, if you'd like, to use the flex band if that works for you. So you're gonna find maybe a shorter grip and hang on to your shins and use your arms to pull yourself up super tall. When you have the flex band around your feet, can you just lift your toes up and keep your heels down if that works for you there? So as you hinge back with a straight spine, you're just going to pull one arm up as you inhale, exhale, lower it. Inhale, stretch the flex band, and exhale, lower. Oh gosh, I'm trying to find that. Okay, so when you're ready, both arms are going to lift and exhale, lower. Inhale, both arms lift, straight spine. We can do it for straight spine, straight arms. And then gather your flex band, grab your shins. And it's called C shape. You're just going to relax your forehead and shoulders and your back rounds. So pull it back up tall, hinge back, keep a straight spine, add rotation. Inhale to rotate, exhale to center, inhale to rotate. So again, very important exercise. Can you rotate now by hugging the tree? And then when you rotate as far as you can, pull your arms apart from each other. Hug the tree, take it to the other side, and release the tree. So yeah, rotate, 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 open. Rotate, rotate, open. And gather up your flex band, grab your shins, and relax your forehead towards your knees. Relax your shoulder blades, relax your arms. Pull it back up tall. Hinge back around. You can even put the ball there if you wish. If it gives, sometimes that helps with tactile. You can really feel how you can pull your belly button deeper into the ball. So again, inhale, lift one arm, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift one arm, exhale, lower. Sorry, I'm being hesitant today because I'm feeling that I got to get a new flex band. Okay, so both arms when you're ready. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Rounding that lower back. Gather up the flex band, round your forehead to your knees, relax your lower back. Last one, stack it up tall, hinge back, rounding into the ball, really round, and add the rotation. Inhale, rotate, exhale, recover. Inhale, rotate, exhale, recover. So 3 per side, and then both arms are going to rotate and come apart from each other. And then we rotate the other way. Then the arms come apart. Hug a tree and then release the tree. All right. So gather up your flex band. Round your forehead to your knees. We're going to take the flex band away. Okay, time to do some side work. Lori, since you're such a great client, we're going to do the advanced version. So this is where you come up to tall kneeling, right? And I don't know where to put things. So from here, we're just going to tilt to the side. You're just going to bring your hand down. Hand should be underneath your shoulder. Get comfortable with your bottom leg. And 4 or 5 circles, right? Long straight line from head to heel. We'll go the other direction. Good stuff. And then we're just going to bend in. Oh, sorry, not bend in. Legs straight, kick forward and reach along. There's a reason for it, why we do it this way. Feel neutral as you kick that leg forward. Try not to wobble through the back. Okay, now bend in. Stay in neutral as you bend in. Reach the leg out and up. Bend in, reach and up. We can do it. I feel like I'm a kickboxer. Okay, what's the last one? Uh, that's it. Okay, but before we switch sides, I want to do hip twist right away. Can we go there? So as we pull the knee to the opposite shoulder, try to drop the sits bone to the ground, rotate, inhale, relax everything. Exhale to rotate, inhale, relaxing into your stretch. So the one thing before we change legs, so we're still working on the leg that we just did is up to the ceiling, but I want you to come all the way down and wrap the arm that's going to be underneath. Like if you put your arm underneath your head, you're going to take that arm and wrap it around your waistline and get both legs straight, one on top of each other. So think about this arm that's in front of you is getting a workout because you're going to push down into this arm. Sorry, I said it wrong. You're going to first lift your legs up, push into the arm and lift your upper body up, and then come all the way down and relax. So legs, push, and lift. There we go. So this is our whole side body activation. And when you're ready, you're going to keep your legs lifted and do some flutter kicks, yeah? Keep lifting, push into the arm in front of you. Lift your shoulders. Awesome. So there we go. So come up to mermaid, right? So easy because we're almost in that position. And we're going to lift the hip if you need to, or just go right into your mermaid. So we haven't switched legs. We're going to do all of this on the other side. Big reach. Awesome. We should add a little bit of rotational challenge here. So either way, you can pulse your fingers together and apart. You can move your arms around as you rotate, activating the shoulder blades with your obliques and those spinal rotators. Okay, there we go. So we swing our legs the other way. We're gonna change direction here. What did we do? Oh, sorry, we came up to tall kneeling. My apologies. So we come to tall kneeling. I tilted that way, so I'm going to tilt the other way now. So I'm going to tilt, reach, arm up or on your waistline, whatever you can muster. One long, great big leg, making a circle. Go 4 or 5 the other way. We can do it. Okay, when you're ready, sorry, I want to bend it. Don't bend it. Sorry, you're kicking it forward and reach it long. Kick forward, reach it long. Kick, reach. At least 6 or 8 of these. And when you're ready, this is the one we bend in and reach it long. Bend in, reach it long. Oh, I forgot to lift it up. My apologies. I guess I can really feel this leg today. This hip is bothering me, I have to admit. Okay, so from here, we're first going to do the hip twist. So I'm just going to sit down and then bring this leg forward. And I'm going to try to stretch. Sink into it. You can use the arc barrel, that helps too. Actually, I should probably do that. That helps a little bit for me today. Yeah, so you're trying to sink the sits bone that you're stretching, like the leg that you're pulling towards you. Try to get that down deeper to the ground as you lift the heart and pull the navel forward. Inhale, take the stretch away. Exhale, stretch. And there's our hip twist. So then we went the same leg that we were working. I think I did it wrong, but I'm gonna just lie the other way now. We're gonna lie all the way down and wrap the arm that's underneath your head around your waistline and lengthen both legs out, one on top of the other. So as you start to lift your legs, push into the hand in front of you and lift your whole self up, and then come all the way down and relax. So find the flow and the whole body connecting as we do this side lift. We can do it. Try to do 6 or 8. And on your last one, we're going to hold it and do some flutter kicks. Flutter kicks. Try to lift even the elbow off the ground. Okay. Okay, we did it. So bend both knees into your tabletop. I'm sorry, not tabletop, mermaid legs. And we come up. I'm going to lift my hip up and try to sink the other sits bone down. And as we go up and over the other way, push, stretch, open the rib cage, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Try to sink that hip to the ground, the one closest to your bent legs. Really opening the pelvis, leveling the hips. And when you're ready, we're going to pulse, pulse, pulse into rotation. Or if you want, just move your arms around a little bit as you rotate, and you'll feel where your body has to contract to help you rotate with that arm demand. Good stuff. Okay, so from here, lying on our back for an abdominal series. I'm going to do the traditional classic one today, where we start with our head down and we hug both knees in towards our chest. If you prefer to lift your head up a little bit, I kind of getting into the habit of doing that. I just kind of like it. But as you pull your legs into your body, you're going to keep pulling with both hands, one leg in as you reach the other leg out to the mat, and then switch. Take your time. This is a great big exhale here, and a big inhale to switch the legs, and a big exhale, inhale, big exhale. So if you hang on to both of the legs now, and let them fall away from you, and just start to kind of, you come up and you're kind of balanced on your back, right? Find your neutral spine. And as you reach one leg out, don't pull the leg to you. Try to pull your forehead gently towards the knee, and then switch. So it's just a little lift, and it kind of almost like you're going to lift your head up enough to look into your belly button. And that's just enough to activate the core. So relax your head, pull your knees into your body. Here we go into rotation. So as you exhale, reach one leg out, pull the leg in just like we did on the last one, but rotate your head towards the bent knee, not the chin. And as you just start to lift your eyes up, you look at the foot of the mat, put your head down, switch legs, and just do it the other way. So it's just a little nod of the chin, rotation of the head, nod of the chin, and just the beginning of lifting of your forehead. Because here we go, hang on to your legs, let your legs fall away from you. As you lift your head and the tips of your shoulder blades up, you're going to reach one leg out and now rotate and pull your head outside the bent leg and look at the foot of the mat. Put your hands behind your head, keep your elbows wide, and pull your armpit to the bent knee. Lift the armpit up to the bent knee. Okay, time out. So, double leg reach. Pull your legs in tight, keep your head down. As you reach out, you're going to inhale and reach your legs on a 45 and reach your arms to the ears, and then exhale, hug. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, hugging. Inhale, lengthening. You ready to lift the head? So start to nod the chin. Come up and balance and keep your head lifted as you inhale, reach and exhale, hug. Inhale, reach and exhale, hug. Inhale. Good job. Always a tough exercise. I don't know if this ever gets easier. And when you're ready, relax. Okay, so scissors is next. Keep your head down. If you start with both legs towards the ceiling but keep your knees slightly bent, it's easy to grab your calf with both hands. So from there, as you straighten out the leg you're not hanging onto to the foot of the mat, push the leg you're hanging onto into your hands. Both legs should straighten out. Switch, go the other way. So try to make this deeper. Can you start to straighten out the leg by pushing the leg into your hands and then pull the leg closer towards you? Can you lift the head to the leg? And when you're ready, relax. So our scissors. Let's put the a ball underneath our pelvis. We're going to put the arc barrel aside. Lift your hips up, put the squishy ball underneath your hips. Bring one leg up, bring the other leg up. So stabilize with your arms pushing into the mat. Keep your knees bent and just rock your legs towards you and gently away from you. Inhale, pull towards. Exhale, rock away. So when you're ready, you're going to straighten your legs towards the ceiling. Do the same thing. Pull the feet towards your head. Gently reach the legs to the foot of the mat. And feel your core to support those legs. On the fourth one, pull the legs to your head. Push into your arms. Lift your hips. Reach the legs all the way overhead. Flex your ankles. As you roll down, reach the heels to the wall over your head. That kind of helps you lengthen your muscles. Bring the feet to the foot of the mat. Bring your legs back together. Hinge. Bring those feet all the way overhead. Lift, reach, lengthen. And as you exhale, slowly roll down. This doesn't have to be fast. It's really controlled. And nice and slow usually means more control, more abs, more everything. And anyways, when you're ready, let your feet come down, lift your hips, and take the ball out from underneath. Okay, so it's time to do some back strengthening. So I'm gonna get us to turn over onto our front. We're gonna come all the way down to the mat. We put our hands underneath our shoulders, our elbows are glued into our rib cage, our toes are turned apart, our heels are towards. We're gonna draw our chin to our chest so our forehead comes down into the mat. So as you inhale, you're gonna lift the back of the head up with your own back strength. And as you exhale, you start to use your arms more to kind of lift your ribs and lift your heart. Inhale, hold. So as you lower back down, let your arms lower yourself down nice and slow until you nod the chin and rest the forehead on the mat. So first, the upper back and your neck muscles lift the head. Then get the arms involved in that to lift the heart and open the ribs. Inhale, hold, and lengthen. And as you exhale, let your arms work, and then nod the chin and put the forehead back down. So yeah, I really need to do this today. I think I said I was gardening yesterday, and I can feel where I really need to activate some muscles here in my spine. So we're going to go into swan when you're ready. So now you're going to lift your elbows up, try to keep your shoulder blades down. Inhale, hold. And as you exhale again, it's the arms that lowers your body down. Once your elbows come down, then slowly lower your forehead down and relax. So inhale, lift up as high as you can on your forearms, and then exhale, lift your elbows. Inhale, hold. And as you exhale, slowly roll down and relax the forehead. Good. So again, swan, such an important exercise. Everything in our back should be activated and firing. We don't want to overarch the back. Remember, you're lifting your navel to the ceiling towards your lower back to not create an overarch of the back. Okay, so we're going to put one hand on top of each other. Put your forehead down on the back of your hands. Bring your legs together in parallel. And let's start with the ones where you curl your toes into the mat. So first, as you inhale, simply lift your navel to the ceiling. And as you exhale, let it drop. Do that once more. Because the next time you lift your navel, hold it lifted. As you exhale, push into the toes of one foot and reach the heel away from you. And then relax. Let your belly button relax. So inhale, lift the navel. Exhale, reach. Inhale, hold. Exhale, relax. So it seems like a nothing exercise at first, but what you're doing is as you reach that heel and really squeeze the back of your knee straight, it activates the hamstrings, it lengthens the front of your quads, it activates the lower back. So point your toes now. Inhale, lift the navel.
point your left foot, reach the leg out of the hip socket ever so slightly, sliding it along the mat, and then lift the thigh bone up right where it comes out of the hip socket. Lower it back down. So lift the navel, point, reach the leg out, and lift it. Exhale, lower. Point, reach, lift. So think of lifting the thigh bone like about an inch or half an inch up, or more if you can, right where it comes out of the hip socket. So here we go. As one leg comes halfway down, lift the second side up, put the first side down. As the second leg comes halfway down, lift the first side up, and so it goes. You're going to come down halfway, lift the other side up. And then you're just going to skip lowering the leg all the way to the mat, and you go into your flutter kicks. And we're inhaling through the nose for 4 or 5, and we're exhaling through the mouth for 4 or 5. Breathe deep. Grab the arms if you wish. So now we're swimming. And relax when you're ready. So we're going to put our hands underneath our shoulders, our elbows go to the ceiling, curl both toes into the mat. We're going to lift our whole body weight up with our arms and our feet and come into a plank. So can you drop your hips, lift the back of the head, pinch your shoulder blades together, and rock, lifting your heels up and down. 4 times. Lift one foot up and do this 4 times on one ankle. And repeat on the other side. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. When you're ready, come to your cat position. I'm going to add the arc barrel underneath my hands, just for some better support for my wrists. And where are we here? Okay. We do have time for just maybe one more little thing. Let's choose one. Let's shoot, Lori. Okay. Let's do rotation. So as you rotate one arm up to the ceiling, push down into the other arm. And we're going to thread the needle here. So bring the arm under, rest the head. Let's repeat the same arm 3 or 4 times. So we're working on mobility here on one side. So at least 3 or 4 of these. Opening your wings up as much as you can. Folding your wings as you go underneath. Okay, let's go the other way when you're ready. So push down and reach up. There should be a rotation in the lumbar spine and through the pelvis. So it's not just the thoracic spine. Try to feel that through your whole torso. Opens to the side. Awesome. Okay, so here's our push-ups. So when you're ready, you're just going to drop your hips and you find a nice long straight line with your body. You can lift your ankles up if you wish. You're going to do a tiny little elbow bend, a little bit deeper elbow bend. Go as deep as you wish, elbow bend. And then come back and go into your shell stretch. So we're trying to not overdo it. And I hope when you go into your shell stretch, your muscles aren't like shaking. We're trying to stay relaxed as we do this. We're trying to inhale to bend, exhale to straighten, and then sink back into a shell stretch. So we don't want to like get endorphins, I guess is the name, and also getting those muscles to a shaky point. Try to avoid that. We're trying to lower yourself down nice and slow in a controlled way. So there's really no like struggle, I guess is the word, right? Trying to just be nice to our body here. All right. Good stuff. So we're just going to do a quick quad stretch here. So if you come to tall kneeling, I guess we can add it this way. You can bring your foot forward onto the arc barrel. And here's our lunge. Either curling your back toe into the ground. You can bring your hands to your front thigh bone. And we're opening the front of our quad here. You can take it away. And as you go again into the lunge, you can lift one arm up. You can take it away and do the other arm. Nice and controlled. And maybe we can reach both arms. And we're gonna do a hamstring stretch real quick here. The front leg is just gonna straighten out. And as you start to sink backwards, I think of a shell stretch, but with one leg forward. It's kind of what we're doing. And then try to come into a more neutral spine, which is super hard. Pull the navel to the floor, lift the heart. Try to straighten the leg. All right, when you're ready, and you come to tall kneeling, and then we're going to bring the other foot forward. Yeah, find your balance, get your knee organized underneath you, and just really gentle. We're not out to kill ourselves, right? We're just gently stretching, and we're going to go ahead and bring one arm up to the ceiling, bring the other arm up to the ceiling, and both arms to the ceiling, and stretching and opening the front of your quad. And yeah, if you feel like you want to stretch your hamstring, straighten out your front leg. And it's like a reverse shell, or I guess it's not a reverse shell. It's like a shell, but with one leg straight. Can you start to pull the navel to the floor, lift the heart? Inhale, take the stretch away. You can pick up some weight in your arms even to help you into the stretch. All right. Okay, so here we go. Come on back to our cat. Curl your toes into the mat, push into your toes, push into your arms, lift your knees up and down. At least 3 or 4 times. Just lift those knees up and down. Because here you go. You're going to push into your knees, lift your hips, straighten your legs. Lower one, heel lift. Lower one, heel lift. Can you lift those hips? Push into those arms. Stretch the calves. We're going to walk our hands towards our feet. We're going to get to a point where we can just hang from our hips. Shake your arms, shake your head. When you're ready, push into your feet equally. Lift your navel. Start to roll up. The last thing that comes up is the back of the head. Mahalo.